Hi, I'm Jeremy Hill, and I'm here to talk about a topic and for the business setting, and that topic is business etiquette. First off, business etiquette is defined as being, in my opinion, one of, if not the most important thing to know when having to know how to properly conduct business. The goal of this video that I'm showing is to teach you three major categories that follow under the business etiquette topic. First off, I would like to talk about greetings and introductions, how to properly greet and introduce yourself to a potential business partner or a potential employer. Second off, I'd like to talk about body language, how to properly be seen in the business setting. And then finally, the etiquette of dress, what to wear and what's appropriate and what's not for everyone in the business setting. These three, in my belief, again, are the most important things to know when talking about business etiquette and when being prepared and knowing how to be prepared for a potential job or potential business partner. But in order to know the three of these, I'd like to start off first with greetings and introductions. First off, I'd like to talk about presentation, handshakes, how important handshakes are in the business setting with potential partner. The problem is some people don't know how to shake hands. We've all been in this situation where we've had the person that does the fish hand, the limp hand that'll just kind of drag along as you try to shake, and they really seem like they're not that interested. Or you have the person that tries to break your hand completely into half as they shake your hand, trying to show their dominance. That can sometimes just be rude. The proper way to shake a hand is to extend from the elbow. So start off, extend from the elbow, shake firmly, snugly, I guess you could say. One source I found said shake as snug as a ski boot. So we in Colorado should know how to do that. But once you have the grip, just shake 2 or 3 times to show that you're willing, and then when you're done shaking hands, you can start conducting business and doing your introductions. The introductions, I have 3 important steps that you should follow when conducting introductions. First off, introduce the client first. And then if there is no client, introduce the higher ranking person in the business. That's just to show their stature and where they stand in the business. If there is no one of a higher rank and it's just of equal rank, introduce the person you know the least in order for them to get comfortable and to feel that they're part of the business, just to let them know that you're a willing person to introduce them first. Never introduce anyone by their first name either, unless it's approved or allowed. Usually that's not the case, so just saying the person that's putting a suffix and then their last name, like Mr. Johnson, Mrs. Jones, whatever you feel is right. Then there's also the problem after you introduce, you can sometimes forget the person's name. Some people do not know how to properly go about that. You'll have someone that'll just straight up go, "What's your name again?" And then they seem like they're trying to just continue talking about business rather than actually get to know your name. So when you forget someone's name, just say, "Excuse me," smile, and say, "I am so sorry, but for some reason I can't remember your name. It must be one of those days." That's just an example. And then when they say it to you, like let's say it's Mr. Johnson, you go, "Mr. Johnson, all right, thank you so much. I am so sorry." Just make sure you apologize, because when you apologize, it shows that you're genuinely trying to remember their name, which you honestly should be. Then we move straight into the topic of body language. Body language, this can be spoken louder than words. A lot of people can read body language, and it's said differently in meetings. First off, under the topic of body language is that of eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most important things to do in the business. It can just show that you're actually paying attention and that you're listening to the speaker by looking at them. It can establish trustworthiness and confidence in the person that's talking and in the person that's listening, because when you're making eye contact, it makes them feel that what they're saying is important, and they get that confidence to keep talking and to keep being heard. And also it establishes a trustworthiness, because it shows when you're looking at someone that you're genuinely interested in what they're saying and that you're really trying to take in what they're saying. It shows what we're listening when you make eye contact. Again, it really shows that you're trying to pay attention. But when making eye contact, try not to look the whole time. When you stare at someone like this, it's probably not the best thing because it can be seen as intimidating, and it can make people feel very uncomfortable. It can make them feel that they're kind of in a hostile environment. Rather, when you look at them 80 to 90% of the time, and then when you look away, just don't look away and zone out. But when you look away, don't show that you're afraid, but don't show that you're dominant. Just constantly keep that eye contact in a proper setting. And then we talk about gestures, which I obviously do a lot of. But when you do them, it shows honesty in the person. Like when you're expressing something with your hands, it shows that you're genuinely serious about it. But don't overdo it. Like don't move your arms all over the place, pointing, screaming, doing all that stuff, because no one likes that. No one likes that. They think it's weird. They think it's unusual, and they're probably going to find you crazy. So keep them within a certain area. Keep your hands open too. Keep them visible. It shows that you're making it comfortable. You're showing that you're a comfortable person. You know, I have nothing to hide. I'm telling you exactly what I feel. That's what it shows. And then touching people in the workplace, like just on the shoulder, on the back, patting them on the back, that's become a very hot topic and a very big issue. If you do touch anyone, try to avoid it. Rarely, make it very rare. But if not, just try to avoid it at all costs, because it's really not that important of a thing in the business setting. And then there's some other helpful tips under body language that I have. Just be aware of other people's space. Know that you don't want to be right in someone's face, but you don't want to be standing far back and they can't hear a word you're saying. You want to be a certain distance, an equal distance that shows that you're not too close, but not too far. You're keeping it so the conversation can be heard. That's usually about an 8-inch space that you want to be 4 to 8 inches from someone when you're talking about business. Also, stand up straight. Don't slouch. Don't be that person that's hanging over and it just seems like you're really kind of bored, you're irritated, and you really don't want to be there. Sit up straight. Should be proper. Show that you're firmly trying to listen and that you're a person that's really paying attention. And also, when you stand, keep your arms to your side. Don't put them in your pockets, because that's just it can be seen as kind of hostile. And don't put them behind your back. And especially don't put them on your hips. When you put them on your hips, it feels like you're kind of like staring the person down. You're really thinking, and you're acting kind of like a head figure and kind of intimidating them. It's really not that good of a thing to do. And also, nod when people are talking. Nod when they say something. Go, hey, just nod. Show that you're acknowledging what they're talking about. It keeps people feeling like what they're talking about is important, and it shows that you're not wandering off. But when you are looking off, when you're looking off in different directions, show that you're paying attention. Gather thought and look like you're taking in everything and kind of trying to get a grasp of it. So you're nodding, you're still listening, and you're just paying attention. Then the final topic I'd like to cover is etiquette of dress. Etiquette of dress can be very important in the business setting. First off, the colors to wear. What color should you remember to wear when you're in the business setting? I have 5 colors that I'd like to just say real quick, and I'm sure we've all seen this in the business setting. You have, first off, navy, then a charcoal gray, black, khaki, or white. Those colors are usually the main staples of the business setting and important colors to have in your closet when you're in a business job. Then I'd like to cover between males and females, what are the do's and don'ts of what to wear and how to properly dress in the business setting. First off, I want to talk about females. I'd like to talk about the do's and don'ts. First off, I'm going to say the don'ts. First off, women shouldn't wear tight clothes. That usually means clothes that'll ride up when they sit down. It's not appropriate. It's not an appropriate thing to wear. Also, sneakers or flip-flops, it's too casual. It's too dressed down. Or sleeveless blouses worn without a jacket. That's just kind of it's too revealing, and it sends the wrong message in the business setting. And just try to avoid any other revealing clothes that can be worn. For the do's, you can wear open-toed shoes. Wear open-toed shoes that fit appropriately, that are dressed up, open-toed shoes. You don't have to wear proper shoes and pants and all that, but make it appropriate. Make it appropriate for the business setting. Just be dressed up. Wear jackets over your sleeveless blouses. Try to coordinate the outfits, make them kind of match and really flow. And then I'd like to talk about males. Males, the do's and the don'ts. First off, the don'ts. A lot of guys like to wear jeans. You cannot wear jeans in the business setting. You also can't wear baggy pants. This means don't wear your pants below your waistline, which is considered at your hips, which a lot of people do not know. When wearing dress pants, wear them at your hips. Also, try not to wear sandals or hats. That's just too casual. That's something you wear outside of the work setting. And then the do's. Wear a suit with a collared shirt or tie. Nice slacks or ties, and try not to wear ties that are loud, like colorful and just outlandish. And it's like, oh, okay, you're wearing the craziest tie I've ever seen with Mickey Mouse and Looney Tunes and all that. That's not appropriate. That's not appropriate for the business setting. Not many people are going to want to conduct business with a guy that wears Mickey Mouse ties all the time. Just going to say that. So try to keep them coordinating, clashing. You can have patterns and designs, but make sure it's appropriate. Also, for men, how to do your hair. Don't grow it too long. Make sure you shave your neck and your chest. If you're going to wear a shirt that's below the shirt line, no one wants to see your chest hair just sticking out. That's just not appropriate for the business setting as well. And also, make sure you keep your nose and your eyebrows well groomed. Just make sure that everyone looks at your face most of the time when they talk. They should be. And when they do, they're going to get an impression of that. So show that you're a clean person, cleanly person, and business usually will be conducted better. But those three topics I really think are the main important things to remember because I feel like they can be beneficial to your business job. Greetings and introductions, the first topic we talked about, can be important because they're the first impression that people get from you, whether it's their employer or potential business partner. That's the first impression they get when you introduce yourself. Then we talked about body language. And like I say again, it expresses way more than the words that are conducted in the business. It can make or break an employer or potential business partner if they want to do business with you. Also, body language is key. Make sure you know how to act. Remember the tips I gave out. Remember those little things. Try to catch yourself maybe doing it. The improper body language things, because when you do, it can be kind of revealing, but when you fix it, it can make business even more better and done correctly. And then the final topic we covered was etiquette of dress. Dress is the other key thing because it's what people see on the outside. It's one of the first things they see as well. Make sure you wear the correct colors. And make sure you remember what's appropriate and inappropriate. Don't be too casual, but keep it business, formal or business casual, whatever's required for the certain time. Again, I think these three topics are important to remember. They can benefit you in your business life. I want to thank you for your time, and hopefully this can provide to be a beneficial thing. And business etiquette's important, and these three topics can be very important. So I just want to thank you again for your time, and thank you very much.